Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're building a simple Python keylogger. Now keyloggers are a type of software used to capture keystrokes, and they can be used for ethical hacking and monitoring with permission. So make sure you use this responsibly and only on systems where you have consent. So before we get started, I just want to say this tutorial is for educational purposes only. Unauthorized use of keyloggers is illegal and unethical. Always get proper consent. So first, what is a keylogger? Well, a keylogger is a tool that records the keystrokes of a user. Ethical hackers and cybersecurity experts use these to monitor systems, detect unauthorized access, or study malware. But remember, using keyloggers without permission is illegal and unethical. So to set up our environment, first we're going to need Visual Studio Code. That should be the first link in the description. Next, we're also going to need Python installed. So make sure to install that. That will be the second link in the description. And we're going to be using the PyInput library to monitor the keyboard input. So I'll show you guys how to do everything in a moment. So first, let's start with our code. So we're using the PyInput library. So that's PyInput right there. Keyboard because we're doing the keyboard library, and then import listener. Listener right there. Okay. Okie dokie. So before we move on, let's just open up the terminal with Control-tilde, and we're actually going to do pip install. You can only do this with Python. Make sure pip is added to path, by the way. That's a choice. You make sure to click add to path. Pip install PyInput, and we're just going to let it install. I just reinstalled. I already have this installed, so it's just, doing that. It didn't really do much. I already had some of it installed before, but first we're going to we're going to create the function to log the keystrokes. So function to log keystrokes. Alrighty. So first we're going to define one of the functions. So that's going to be, we're going to call it log keystrokes. Log keystroke. Alright. And in here say input key. Okay. Use those colons, so we go into the function. And now we're going to set the variable key is equal to string key, and then we're going to do dot replace, and then we're just going to put one of those in there, and then just empty ones. Okay, and then all this is doing is cleaning up the key format, right? So clean up key format. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to do with open, and then we're just going to make the file log.txt. Very simple, okay? And then type a as log file, and then we're just going to do the log file, and we're just going to write to it, key plus, and then /n. So let's just explain what we have over here. So basically what this is doing, this is creating the function. This is cleaning up the key format as we wrote right there. This is just creating a new file called log.txt, or if it already exists, adding to it. And then it's writing to that file whatever the person wrote, and then /n. What /n does is creates like a new indent. Like, not indent, like it creates adds a new line. So like if we had like some text here, blah blah blah, whatever. If we wanted to add other stuff, with this, it would just keep adding it on. So what we want to do is use /n, which would then make it go to the next line and add stuff there. Alright, that's what /n does. Next, we're going to create the function to start listening for keystrokes. Okay? So function to start listening to keystrokes. Okay? So we're going to define this function. We're going to call this start logging. And then I'm just going to, doopsie. Alrighty. So we're gonna do with listener, and then on press equals, and then log keystroke. Okay. And then we're just gonna do as listener. Alright, listener. Alright. Did I make a mistake? Nope, I did not. Then listener. Not the capital. Listener.join, and then just open close parentheses. Alrighty. Then, that's why I made a mistake. I put capital here, and this one should be capital though. Alright, good. Next, we're gonna do if underscore underscore name underscore underscore is equal to. That means it's basically asking is it equal to, and then underscore underscore main underscore underscore, and then print keylogger is running dot dot dot. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Running dot dot dot, and then just given some instructions. We'll say like press Control and C to stop. That's how you like end terminate a terminal or a command prompt, and then just start logging. Okay. So let's just explain now this over here. It's very simple actually. This is only 16 lines of code. This keylogger. So let's just explain over here what's going on over here. So we're doing the function now to start the logging, and then it's going to use the log keystroke function that we made before, and it's just like creating a listener start join, and then this over here start logging. This function is then being ran over here, like over here. So if the name is main, then it's going to say it started running. And then we'll maybe put like a symbol over there just to like say like it's a good thing. Right, so plus, and then start logging. Okay. So what the script does is it listens for any key press events and logs each key to a file named log.txt, as you see right over there. And it's pretty simple actually. And the PyInput library makes it really easy by providing an event listener for the keyboard. So that's the event listener, like that area right there. So now I'm going to show you guys how it works. So I'm going to run the script. Okay, CLS, close it, clear the terminal. And then we're just going to do Python, and then /main.py. Alright. So we're going to click, I press tab to like complete it. So we're going to click enter. I'm going to demonstrate it now. I'm just going to press a few keys. So I'm just pressing a few keys on my screen and I'm just pressing random stuff. Okay. And then you can use any text editor or Visual Studio Code to open up the log file and view the recorded keystrokes. So look at all of these right here. And then you can make this even more powerful yourself if you edit it yourself. I might do a new video later on talking about more advanced version. But it does give me the keystrokes. So if I were to write like my password or something, so I'll just remove all that. Alright. And I were to write, let's just like end this. Overwrite. Alright, well end this. It's not ending, whatever. Let's just remove this, and then I'll just show you guys if we did the same thing right there. And then we'll say my password is 12345. Alright, it logged all of that. So key shift, that means I like press the shift button. My space password space is space 12345. So it's really interesting. It can be used, like I said, for ethical purposes. So there you have it. You just built your very own keylogger in Python. Remember, this is just for educational purposes and should only be used ethically. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And please let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.